We skirt the harbour on an incoming tide, nosing our boats past submerged stones that masquerade as seals in the pre-dawn light. We drift past samphire flats, oyster shell middens and broken bottles, discarded rope and tackle, submerged shopping trolleys, car tyres, beach rack and shingle. We drift past paperbark thickets, rushes and sedges, over seagrass nurseries, reading lines upon the water, rumours in the water, whispers in the water. We drift. I'm paddling with my daughter, mapping the Ospreys of the harbour, of the King and Kalgan rivers, charting the slow dispersal of previous year's nestlings. My youngest daughter. She asks questions. I answer her as best I can. She tests new waters, fathoms new depths, then returns to the safety of the shallows. Where else do ospreys live? And I tell her, on every continent except Antarctica, migrating thousands of kilometres across open ocean, skydancing in search of a mate. Medieval heralds saw them as harbingers of hope everywhere, from Hokkaido to the Caribbean, Alaska to this point, right here, they become the stuff of legend. In Scotland, each year, at Boat of Garten, twitches genuflect before a telescope, eagerly awaiting the bird's return. And I tell her about a female named Lady, who returned there 24 years in a row, overwintering in Africa. And I tell her about the birds here that raise their eggs with the help of last year's brood. We round a bend in the river. There, on a dead tree standing by the water, the first osprey of the morning. The sunrise casts a rose-gold glow on the white feathers of its breast. It watches us, crest feathers awry. Once we have glided past, it shrugs itself off its branch, wheels away, and soon is out of sight. Mist rises off the water, rises off cormorants who've hung themselves out to dry like yesterday's washing. The second bird of the day drops full-bodied into the water just in front of us. It rises heavily with a fish clutched in talons that look like gauntlets, 2 sizes too large, huge and hooked, not made for letting go. A large fish will drown a young bird, caught by hubris or the simple misjudgment of a mullet or mulloway. But this is a bream. The bird juggles it expertly in flight, so that the fish is facing forwards, then perches on a nearby branch. A rain of silver scales falls into the river. In the stillness, we hear the tearing of flesh. Then a piping. Another bird arrives, jostling and cajoling, demanding to be fed. Last year's nestling, clamouring to a parent or an older sibling. My daughter is strangely silent. We paddle on. Red-tailed black cockatoos rain marionettes down on us like benedictions. From stag-headed sentinel trees they fly with slow funereal wing beats in geriatric assemblies. Still, they clatter and clamour raucously enough, all bolt-cutter beaks and high vermilion, a ragtag collection of ageing burlesques, sooty chimney sweeps, and carnival clowns. And then, near Honeymoon Island, 2 ospreys, a gormangast of sticks, rough basketry the size of an armchair, woven into the bleached skeleton of a wilding pine. Other nests follow, high in the arms of a jarrah tree, or a carry, or on crumbling offshore rock stacks, added to over generations, lined with moss, dry grass, fishing line. Where the brine of the harbour mingles with the tannins of the river, the tide turns. We let the current carry us home. On the phone that night, she tells her older brother and sister, tells them about all that she has seen. Outside, the keening of the wind and the sound of the river running to the sea.